Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 15th of December 2021, and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, today is our bi-weekly review, and the topic I would like to make a review of is first about the topic of would you defend your criminal friend? Yeah, and the second one is about uh, the challenge. Yeah, give ourselves a challenge and then to see what happened for a month. Yep. So how about you?
I have three. First is the criminal friend. Second,
Hmm.
about challenge. And the third is about the self importance.
Okay. Can you repeat the second one because of bad connection?
Telomere.
Telomeres. Okay. All right. So before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. So here we go. Okay. Do you want to start first?
Yeah. And about the criminal friends and explanation we mentioned was about the crime of harboring, shouting, and covering. So that means whether we are going to hide mistake, criminal, the crimes that committed by our friends. And yeah, and we found that it's actually not a good choice. It can hurt our friends, it also can hurt ourselves. Yeah. And if we help them, we actually also commit the crimes.
Hmm.
And but this is for our friends. How about if the person is not our friend, is our partner, is our family member?
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So will your decision change?
Mm. For this one also, I think this is also one of the things that I would like to talk about in today's. On that day, uh, I actually say two or three criteria for me to decide whether to help them, whether to report them. And uh, basically, firstly, I think the first is whether I accept the wrongdoings. Can I accept? Second is whether I will be involved in maybe investigation. The third one is whether I will make myself more dangerous, maybe afraid of the revenge. And today's I would like to add in one more, which is the closeness of the relationship. Yeah, also because I think if I change the friend to, let's say, uh, if I have just one friend, or maybe this is maybe I don't have much friends, and then this one is the close one, the closest. Yeah, and also I also changed the criteria to how about this is my maybe siblings, my parents, my family members, and also I come out to this fourth criteria to be considered the closeness of my friendship, and so I think my decision will change. Yeah, and then yeah, the short answer is I my decision will change.
Mm. So you will protect your family member.
For
Right.
this one, I would consider the punishment. Um, okay, for this one, actually, I think my thinking is uh, my thinking mindset is like this. Uh, if the closeness of the relationship is not a big deal. Let's say this guy isn't so close with me, and the fourth one can be ignored. And if it is not the case, when it is the case that this guy have a close relationship with me, either is families or very close friends. And then the fourth point I would consider the punishment. And if the punishment is too, let's say, too heavy, like maybe death, maybe life imprisonment, and this kind of outcome is not something that I would like to see. So uh, actually, I after keep thinking the reason why I would consider the punishment, I found that actually my decisions um, made uh, are not made for the sake of justice. It is mainly for myself. Uh, for myself here is basically the mental cost, which is like uh, if I don't help them, if I report them, then actually I feel bad because maybe I do something. It seems like betray betray them. So this is the mental cost, and
Yeah,
then uh, also there are some direct interests. Let's say this is your closest friends, and then you may lose one friend, and this is the direct interest. So this is also for myself, and uh, also um, there is a little which is um, yeah, I think basically it is for ourselves. Even though maybe we may think if I do that, it would it will ruin his life or what, but it is just our mental cost. This is on my opinion.
yeah. About friends, uh, about the friends, I'm not I don't know, but about the families, maybe we can check. In some country, their laws actually say that if if this is a family member, or you actually are the wife and husband's relationship, then
Mm,
if you didn't report your partner's crimes, uh, you you will not have any responsibility of
mm,
thing like that. I'm not sure.
mm,
Maybe if you like to know, and you can check the law in our country. Yeah,
mm, yeah.
and yeah, it is a hard decision for everyone, and because it's yeah, even though it's your close the closer friend, and maybe it's not uh or maybe it is not the closer friends, it is your normal friends.
Mm,
If the let's say the crime is too big, and then if you report them, they are going to die.
mm,
Yeah. So what are you going to do? It
um,
it seems like
mm,
kind of like mm, because of your actions you kill them. Yeah, but of course it's not because you kill them, you just report. But you kind of like indirectly uh, push them to a very unbearable situation.
mm, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So friends is also like this. And how about family members? How about
Mm,
yeah? How about your life partner? Yeah. The
yeah.
the mental cost would just greater. Yeah. Unlike here, you don't really like your family member, or you or you don't really like your partner, so you can find a new one. Yeah. And and so yeah, I think most of the people will try to protect the their beloved. Mm.
Mm,
And it actually shows us that how morality, or how moral value thinking matters is just such a kind of like uh there's a lot of short, there's a lot of limitation, there's a lot of weakness
mm,
if you
yeah.
try to use the moral value thinking methods to guide your decisions.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
but of course, some people. Because human is very very smart. They can incorporate other mechanisms uh, the- into their moral value thinking method. For example, in Chinese we have one proverb, we have one old saying which is say, family is the most important. Kind of like family is the beginning, and society is the second,
mm,
and country is the third. Yeah, kind of like this, and
mm,
yeah, they can incorporate many mechanisms to make their framework still working, still running.
yep,
But they couldn't but they couldn't deny one of the facts, which is what is the benefit of having this kind of thinking? Mm.
mm, yep.
So yeah, so this is my sharing for this topic.
Mm, yeah, and also for this topic, I think just now I also come up with the same thinking like moral value. Yeah, isn't the thing that we uh, actually um, uh, I mean, this is not a key factor for us to make a decision on this topic, whether to defend our criminal friend. Like I said, just I think it is made just mainly for ourselves, and even for the law, um, it couldn't be perfectly um, control or deal with these kind of things. I mean, the effectiveness of law also couldn't 100% uh, uh, like controlling people what to do. Yeah, if let's say if law is effective, and then it is perfect, then our decision would be like we would send our friend to the police station and let the law to decide whether he should get the punishment. But the reality is not. We do that is just because we afraid that we get involved in the investigation. We also break the law for not reporting someone that you know they are committing uh, crime. So yeah, the maybe the final decision is still based on our own interest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually bring out one another topic, which is our law really doing its job uh great? So they say, for example,
Mm,
mm, okay, some country have a strict law on the drug. Okay, if let's say you are a drug dealer, or if you are the drug users, and if you get caught, and you were sent to the prison, so you may like punish, you may get a death punishment,
mm,
uh, or maybe laundering, money laundering. You also were sent to like prisons, or maybe get the death punishment.
mm,
Yeah, and um, but try to imagine they're laundering the money, they print the money, just like you, just like government, just like central bank, right?
mm,
Just because they are the individual, they are the kind of like quote unquote private sector.
mm,
This is a business. Yeah, they try to create a money very very similar to you, very similar to your one, and they are
mm,
doing very great. The business is profitable, just like your business is
mm,
very very profitable. Yeah, your cost is zero. Yeah, if we go to if we digitalize everything, your cost is kind of like zero. Your marginal cost is zero, and
mm,
add one more zero on your paper note, on the whole circulation, on the whole money supply. is the same cost of add 100 behind it. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So they are the private sector also. Yeah, and they are doing the same thing, same as you. Why they'll get a
Mm.
punishment? Yeah,
Yeah.
you may say, it is about the financial stability. Yeah, yeah, right. But who give you the grant? I mean, who grants you to maintain the financial stability? Who give you the right to decide the death or life of
Yeah.
one people? Yeah, just because of the financial stability. And
Mm.
of course, this is a bigger question, which is what is money? Yeah, and we may have we will have this topic in future. And
Mm.
but I don't want to but I don't want to go further. I just want to focus on the law. And how about the drug dealer, or some people avoid the tax?
Mm.
As maybe maybe not avoid, but they kind of like do the tax uh ev- evasion.
Mm.
Evasion.
Yeah.
So
Manipulate.
yeah, so kind of like if you avoid the tax, this is kind of like legal, and if you avoid uh, evade the tax, this is kind of like illegal. You are using illegal way uh to kind of like don't pay the tax.
Mm.
And some people also get a punishment. Yeah. So uh I'm I'm not very sure whether this is the net effect. The net effect is good or bad. Yeah, because if you if you if you look for one perspective, yeah, this is bad. For example, if you if you don't pay tax, if you kind of like uh do the tax evasions, and other people still need to pay tax, it seems fair. But why everyone need to pay tax? This is also unfair.
Mm.
Yeah, and you say, yeah, if you don't have tax, if you don't pay tax, government will go bankrupt. But government don't go bankrupt because it can print money out in aid.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the real problem? And you say you don't want to rich become richer. You want to have a good distribution between the wealth in the society. And but those poor don't have productivity. They don't create value to the society. So
Mm.
they don't earn that high income. They don't have the wealth. And now you tax the product. No, now you tax the people who have a high productivity and then transfer their money to those people who don't have any productivity. Good for the country? Is it good for the world? Uh, I'm not sure. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, how about the drug dealer? You may say, yeah, the drug is bad. It's bad for people. Mm, but how about other foods? Our food contains so many chemicals. How can you really strictly define which is drug? Are you define? Do you define the things that harm our bodies is a drug? How about some foods? How about
Mm.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about maybe high sugar diet? Mm.
Mm.
How about the candy? The candy also bad for the child.
Mm.
How about the uh milk soy milk for baby for child? If you have this product, so the mother will choose the product, will buy the product instead of uh breastfeeding, right?
Mm. Yeah.
And it kind of like reduce the quality and also the quantity of the baby the child life.
Mm.
But, but of course they don't have any idea about that because they don't know this is not the popular knowledge that everyone know. Yeah.
Mm.
can you define them also a drug? Because it kind of like indirectly kill the people, and you pay the money to kill your baby.
Mm. Yeah.
And every year you send the drug dealer, you send the drug user go to prison and uh, go to death. And how about the accumulated people you you have killed compared to if you don't have this, if you don't have such a law, and how many people involved in the life, in the death and life situation, if we have if everyone able to access a drug. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little confused here. Uh,
So I miss do the drug restriction to the drug restrictions really uh are really necessary. Yeah.
yeah, but
Because
if you, mm,
mhm, yeah, because you need to compare the cost and benefits. Yeah, for example, uh,
mm,
in the past you also mentioned about one topic, which is whether a country should allow the citizens or the residents own the guns, right?
yeah,
Yeah, some people say it's not safe. Some people say yeah, it's totally safe. Yeah, and
safer.
yeah, but the net benefits we not sure. Yeah,
Mm,
we just not what we not sure is whether we give the restrictions, whether we add up all the restrictions, whether we have the net benefits. It can
mm,
apply on and it also can apply on the drug. You add you add more restrictions. You do you think everyone's are not able to access? The people who really want to access, they will find a way to access drug.
mm,
There is a black market. The people don't want to access drug, will not access the drug. Why they want to pay money to buy that? Yeah. So yeah,
mm,
but of course the net benefit we not sure. We really not sure. Mm,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So do you have anything you want to add in for this topic?
Yeah, no.
Mm. So what's your next topic?
My next topic is about taking a challenge, give ourselves a challenge. Yeah, for this one, I think just to suggest one better solution for this topic, because firstly, I think this topic may not be a good topic, and I totally agree with what you said that day, which is we need to know why for doing something. And then for this one, if we simply give a challenge to ourselves, then it seems like we do it because of this topic. Yeah, this is uh, the reason of coming out a challenge for ourselves. And yeah, so I think know why is important, and if we really need to think one topic for this challenge, and then one better example can be uh, breaking a bad habit. Yeah, I think this is one of the better example than simply thinking out what to do, what challenge to take, and without knowing about why we do that. And if it is like breaking a bad habit, I think it will be more meaningful, um, uh, a more meaningful things to do. Yeah, this is just to add in one example and maybe one direction.
Yeah. Without this topic, uh, will I have a clearer idea on that, on the know why and reflection? I'm not sure. And so, in my opinions, mm, this topic is not like meaningless. Uh, Maybe I should say mm, most of the topic uh, uh, is not meaningless. And why? Because the topic didn't restrict your imaginations. The topic is a framework. Yeah.
Mm.
And you can discuss what's inside this, but you also can like kind of like get out of the box and have a different thinking. Yeah.
Mm.
Of course, we try to link our discussions uh, to to the topic because mm, yeah, because one of the ability is very important, which is you need mm, you you need to get to the point. Yeah, you need to get to the point, and if you don't if you couldn't get if you couldn't get to the point, and you will discuss a lot of irrelevant things,
Mm. Yep.
and this is not good for thinking actually, because this is kind of like the opposite of the critical thinking. Of course, you may say, yeah, because we can think out of the box, so that we can open up our imaginations, we can think more innovative, we can have a better idea. No, this is not the case. Yeah, because you don't understand the topic,
Mm.
so you give some opinions which is total irrelevant.
Mm.
And how can you apply those irrelevant idea put into application and help your life? No
Yeah.
way.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if you really have something like creative and then something not related to the topic, and if the topic is for discussion, I think maybe you can come up with another new topic, talk about the things that you would like to uh, talk.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, so this is just a little addition thing.
Okay. The next topic I want to make a review is about the telomere, and I think it's last week I found that actually there's one way to to maintain the length of our telomere.
Oh.
Yeah, which is omega 3. Yeah,
Mm.
omega 3 can come from the fatty fish, can come from the meat. Yeah,
Mm.
but this is more abundance in the fish, fatty fish. For example, mackerel. For example, uh, sardines. For example,
Mm.
tuna.
Mm.
And you can try to search omega 3 rich fish or omega 3 rich food, and
Mm.
you can find a list. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I don't need to uh like kind of like uh say the list out
Mm.
everything in this
Yeah.
conversation, because we all have the ability to Google. Yeah,
Mm.
and omega 3 actually contains three important things, which is DHA, EPA, and ALA. And
Mm.
DHA and EPA come from meat, fish, seafoods, or the meat.
Mm.
Yeah, so no matter it's like the red meat or white meats, they
Mm.
will have some omega 3. But red meats is uh the amount of omega 3 can be found in red meat is actually more than uh more than the the amount of omega 3 we can found in the white meat. Yeah,
Oh.
and you can do some research. And
Mm.
so um ALA is the omega 3 we can found from plant foods. Yeah,
Mm.
but for ALA, I'm not very sure about the use the usefulness and the effectiveness. And
Mm.
because I read some article, it say that ALA is essential for human body, but I also read some article. It actually showed that like the ALA need to convert to kind of like the EPA, and also need to convert to DHA.
mm,
So in order for our body to use, I'm not very sure about
mm,
this. I need to do further research.
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, and uh, okay, about the mm, about the DHA, EPA, ALA. Yeah, this omega three, and not only the amount of omega three you you kind of like uh consume
Consume.
is important,
Yeah.
and the omega 6 3 ratio or the omega 3 6 ratio is also important. Yeah, and many of our foods have high level of omega 6, and omega 6 is actually not very good for your body. Yeah, of course, uh you you need omega 6, okay, but you don't need that much, and our food is more than enough, and kind of like the too much for our body. And
Mm,
omega 3 is kind of like the anti inflammatory food
mm,
or the substance, or the anti-inflammatory. And omega 6 is the inflammatory food or inflammatory substance. So you need to maintain a good ratio. The best
mm.
ratio is 1 to 1.
Oh.
Very, 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 very difficult to get this. And
Mm,
so people will say the ideal is like kind of like 4 to 1, which is the omega 6 you have 4, omega
mm,
3 have 1. And for normal diets, for our normal diet, maybe we have 20 to 1
oh.
omega 6 to omega 3, 20 to 1, or even higher, maybe 30 to 1, maybe 50 to 1. It is possible, very, very possible. Yeah,
Mm,
because it look at how many food contain omega 3 that you consume every day. You can roughly get an idea.
yeah.
Yeah. And like the vegetable oil, and kind of like the uh, uh,
Olive oil.
olive oil. I think olive oil low in sorry, I mean the olive oil have a good omega 6 3 ratio, so have a lower omega 6 3 ratio. Some other oil like the cabbage oil, uh, canola oil, and like the soybean oil have a very, very high 6 3 uh, 6 3 ratio, so it is not that good. Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah. So and yeah, and not only it can omega 3 help your body. Yeah, I mean the connection, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Omega 3 not only can help to reduce the inflammatory in your body, maintains the overall health of the body. It also can maintain the telomere, maintain the
Mm,
length telomere. Yeah, yeah. So this is what I found. Yeah.
mm, yeah.
Okay, and yeah, anything to add in for this?
Yeah, maybe some of my uh, uh, thinking.
Okay.
For omega 3, I remember I watched one TV programs, which is actually they are doctors and also uh, new the professionals in
Nu-
nutrition.
Nutritionist.
Oh, yeah, nutritionist. They actually say that basically we think omega 3 is in the fish. Yeah, and then yeah, just now you also mentioned ALA. Some of the omega 3 is from food, and then for example, they say nut, and also maybe some seed. Yeah, they also have omega 3,
Yeah.
and also, mm-mm,
So, let me disturb you
yeah,
for a few seconds. It is all the plants. Yeah, it only contain ALA because DHA and EPA can only be found in meat or seafood. Okay.
mm, yeah. And at that time, they didn't explain like DHA, EPA, and ALA. I think mainly is because they don't want to make us confused without enough explanation. So they also point out that not only the amount of omega 3 that we consume, uh, if it is possible, just try to obtain a different type of omega 3 from the food. Yeah, and he also mentioned that the effect of the omega 3 from different sources will have different benefits for our body. Yeah, but didn't go into further detail.
Mm.
Yeah, and um, oh, just now telomeres. Yeah, telomeres. Also, recently I watched one of the videos from the YouTuber Lao Gao, and I found that he used a very good explanation to explain the duplication of our cells. uh, Not cells, it's like the duplication of the DNA, and then to explain the length of telomeres shorten. uh, yeah, I just want to share it out. You can imagine that our DNA is like uh, many books. Yeah, and then the book is quite thick, and then if we open the book, and then we can see uh, there are words, but the words pages is only in the middle. So it means that uh, the first maybe the first 100 pages is blank, and then also the 100 pages uh, from behind also is blank, and also and the rest of the pages in the middle, uh, they are many informations. Yeah, which is something like our DNA code. And every time they duplicate, and then you can imagine like we tears the first page and the last page. Yeah, and then because the pages that we tear off is actually the blank page, so that will be fine. And the duplication keep repeats, and we repeat the same action until one day the blank pages that there is no blank pages for that book, and then you have to no choice uh, tear off the pages with information. And in that case, because our body will detect that this duplication isn't good, so maybe this cannot be used. So and then uh, this is something like the telomeres is not that good. It's old and it's damaged, and then this will be kind of like destroyed.
Mm. So that means that our life is like a book, and we keep tear off the first and the last blank page, and
Mm-mm.
they'll reach a point that we only left uh the the page contain information, and then we keep
Mm.
tearing out, and at the end we only left like two or one page, and then we tear it out, and then we finish our life. Is it like that?
Yeah, it seems like if you started to tear the pages with information, you can see your symptom of aging, for example, wrinkles, for example, maybe some illnesses, some disease, let's say maybe some uh, diseases because of the our organ didn't function well, something like that.
So actually uh do you mean that actually the pages contain information cannot be tiered,
Yeah.
and after we tear off the blank page, and this is the end of our life? Is it like that?
No. I'm not very sure, but it seems like if we started to tier the information pages, then the aging symptoms come in and started to affect our body negatively.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like people getting older, and then uh, you can think like just the life of a machine, and then they are consuming something
Mm,
like that.
yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, and the next topic I want to make a review is about the self-importance on the happiness. And in that topic, we've also mentioned what you want. The know why is important. And I just want to make it clear uh, about one thing, which is the preference, the choice, the directions could be different. For example, you want to become a monk.
Mm,
Nobody can restrict you. Nobody can say this is a bad choice. Nobody can say this is a wrong direction. This is
mm,
your own preference. Yeah, so preference, choice, direction could be different. And it's based on what you want. And what you want based on know why. You need to know why you want that. And there's no wrong or right regard your choice. This is also something we keep mentioning. We keep
mm,
mentioning this is a choice. Yeah. And but is there any problem? It may have some problem. The problem arises when what you do or what you're going to do is not going to give you what you want.
mm,
It's not linked to your know why. It's not linked, yeah, to the fundamentals, to the needs, to your needs or to your deep wants. So it will have a problem. Yeah. So it's kind of like uh make a very very bad example. If you want to become rich man, some gurus or some teachers in the market teach you, wow, because of the law of attractions, uh everything is abundance. So that you need to kind of like give it away so that you can get it more.
mm,
So what you're going to do if you want to have a lot of money, yeah, keep helping people, keep do the donation, yeah, keep doing all the things, keep spend your money, and the money will come to you uh automatically. Okay, I'm not sure whether uh well whether it's effective or not, but I dare by dare to try. Yeah, if everyone want to try, let me know, and then give uh uh give us know what is the results. Yeah, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years. Yeah, and when we have enough sample size, maybe a
mm,
few hundred thousands, and confirm that this is work, and yeah, we will suggest everyone just spend their money. Then our money will automatically come back to us, just like the government will print the money out in it. We also can create the money out in it. Yeah, so we don't need any amount of money. And
mm,
when everyone have enough money, and then how about the foods? How about the accommodation? How about the house, the land, the water, the clean water, the earth? Even though the whole earth, because the earth is a big mother of any kind of resources, right?
mm,
And if we don't have enough earth, maybe we also can think we can give away the earth. We can like give away our foods, give away anything, and nobody need to work, and we just give away, just give other people, and the foods, the lands automatically create our DNA. Yeah, yeah. So everyone don't need to work. Everyone don't need to become a productive man. So they just need to think and then
mm,
create something out in it. Yeah. Of course, it's not possible. Yeah. So this is this is what you do is not going to give you what you want. This is a totally wrong direction.
yeah.
Yeah. And you can do meditation in order to pursue happiness. Yeah. If you really found happiness, if you really uh, can increase happiness from meditation, that's why you keep doing that. But what if you keep doing that, and you don't get any happiness, but you still think this is the way for you to pursue happiness? There must be something wrong.
Mm.
Yeah. So you need to figure out. No single method is suitable for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, and also although the future is uncertain and unpredictable, but it is still not actable. We still can utilize our knowledge, our wisdoms to think, to judge whether it is a good method, whether it is a good solution, whether it is a good strategy. Yeah. We
Mm.
study about the suitability of the actions, which means whether the solution of the strategy is effective and efficient enough for our long-term well-being.
Mm.
Yeah. We don't study about the preference. We don't study about choice. We don't study about the attainment of the ends. Which end is the best? We don't study that. Everyone have different ends. Everyone have their uh different preference, have their different choice. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe some people happiness is they become very very rich. Yeah. This is the source of the happiness. Maybe some other people their source of happiness is uh close relationship, uh, a close family relationship or close friendship. Some other people uh maybe is see a lot of people die. Yeah, this is their source of happiness. It
Mm.
could be. Yeah, and some people is maybe they want everyone become vegetarians. This is their source
Mm.
of happiness. Maybe some
Yeah.
people don't find any source of happiness in this life. They believe the happiness, the ultimate happiness is come from the next life or after that. Then they're pursuing the happiness. They believe that by doing that, it can give them the happiness. Yeah, so this is their way to pursuing the happiness.
Mm.
Maybe they keep chanting, they keep like uh uh keep their sensory to the God. Yeah, uh,
Mm.
this is their way of pursuing happiness.
Yeah.
This is their preference, this is their choice. But uh, if they didn't get happiness from that, they must have some problem. The you need to change the solution if you change the strategy.
Mm. Yeah.
So mm,
Mm. Yeah. So is it something like there are two aspects in my opinion. First is you must be clear about your objective,
yeah,
and second is you need to uh, judge yourself, judge the strategies that you are using when pursuing the objective from time to time, and make sure you use make sure you improve your solution. I mean the strategies.
yeah, you can say like this. So it's actually the and this is another using another sentence to describe the know what you want, and the self reflections.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. So anything want to add in?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's all for our today conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversations. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we make, please also comment to let us know. Because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.